If you are switching a cross screen, Dorian Finney-Smith needs to be meeting Jaylen Brown at the point of the screen to keep him out of the paint. You're waiting for Jaylen Brown in the charge circle right now. So now he's got you sealed. It's catch, it's turn, it's two. It can't be a free-for-all in the paint. If Nick Claxton's going to double, then Dorian Finney-Smith's got to stay home. Mikal Bridges has got to stay home. You'd leave Al Horford on the wing, and then Ben Simmons would rotate, Dorian Finney-Smith would go up to the top of the key, and Nick Claxton would end up on Jaylen Brown. Well, we've got two people doubling the post, and Mikal Bridges vacating the opposite block. Nice double. Triple. The Nets are switching out of this screen. It's got to be now. Schroeder's got to be going to the corner to take Cornet, and Bridges has got to be up on Horford now. Again, you have Bridges now just waiting for Al Horford. So he's catching this in the charge circle because you weren't battling for position. It's just criminal behavior. There's nothing else. You ice the screen, you keep Jason Tatum to the sideline. There's no place for Luke Cornet to roll. Could you imagine having to deal with this, play with this, coach with this? Your pick and roll defense is to give Jason Tatum a wide open three. I can't even believe this is going to be a problem all game long. The Nets clearly don't go over switching. Underneath the screener on the switch. Dennis Schroeder switching over the top. So now you're off balance, catch and shoot, 3 and 1. Do the Nets go over their help coverages? Dennis Schroeder's standing at the free throw line. Lonnie Walker, show your hands, get up and make sure Jaylen Brown's going into that help. You're not showing your hands. You're gambling. So now he's able to spin off you away from the help. Good coaching. Dennis Schroeder does a nice job contesting here, but you got to land and box out like you've landed. Box out Jaylen Brown. You're landing and standing, and now the ball's coming right back to him. Clearly, there's no work on transition defense. Mikal Bridges should not be guarding the ball right now across half court. Get to the three-point line, be ready to guard the ball, but be in help. The real problem is, what is Dorian Finney-Smith doing? Why are you standing in the middle of nowhere? Be up, ready to guard Jaylen Brown in transition. You're going to have Mikal Bridges over and help right now. Like, look at this. Mikal Bridges wants to help you, but you're waiting in the paint. Why is Cam Thomas fronting Drew Holiday? Get underneath Drew Holiday. You're switching the screen. So because you're in front of him, you're going to be off balance now guarding Tatum on the switch. You can still get in a defensive stance being ready to slide your feet, showing your hands. What do? I mean, you have help everywhere. Ben Simmons is standing there. Claxton standing there. Nah, just gamble. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cam Thomas again. It's Sam Hauser. Be underneath Sam Hauser with your back to the baseline. If he comes over a down screen, you'll chase over the top. Why are you fronting Sam Hauser? So now he's easily, look at that space, he just easily gets to create. So now that forces a late switch, which you're not ready for, onto Tatum, and he just destroys you. Lonnie Walker is guarding the ball. Your only focus is the ball. You're trying to deny entry passes here, and now Drew Holiday is going to stick a 3. Dennis Schroeder's playing up on the screen. Do you go over this? I doubt it. Get up and cut Jason Tatum's dribble off. The backside help is right there for Drew Holiday's roll. Now, once Jason Tatum, look at how he pulls his dribble back. So now if you're Dennis Schroeder, there's no backside help, but Dennis Schroeder now should be recovering. Tatum's pulling his dribble back, and Dorian Finney-Smith can guard one-on-one. But you're standing, still guarding the ball. Oh, and by the way, no one's moved in backside help. So, here's this awful switching thing again. Cam Thomas is up, switching onto Tatum. Underneath Drew Holiday, Ben Simmons. You don't switch over the top. The Nets never work on this, clearly. Open 3. Here it is again. Cam Thomas, you're switching onto Al Horford. Immediately underneath, getting low and battling for position. You're switching over the top again. So now that's going to require backside help because you're forced to front the post. Well, now the Celtics are just going to fire the ball to the free throw line, and then guess what happens? Now the backside defender's got to leave, so Al Horford's wide open, and Jaylen Brown's open because Nick Claxton's late to get out. Here are the Nets doubling again and not knowing how to rotate. Mikal Bridges doubles the post, so Nick Claxton correctly rotates to the wing. Jalen Wilson would then be instantly rotating up, and Ben Simmons would take the cutter, Derek White. Once the dribble's picked up, Mikal Bridges would come to Derek White and move Ben Simmons back to the corner. But Mikal Bridges is doubling the post. No one's rotating to Al Horford. He's actually rotating to Jaylen Brown like Nick Claxton is, and that was disgusting. I don't understand these help coverages. Dennis Schroeder is all the way up coming to help you. Jalen Wilson, don't backpedal. Play up, forcing Tatum to the help. Now, Nick Claxton should be over towards the middle of the floor and also be in help. But at least we got a ton of help on the strong side of the floor. Do you not know the help's there? Would you go over this? Because you're giving up an open three for no reason. Dennis Schroeder should not be picking up full court, get back and ready to guard, so you're going to get beat because of it. The bigger problem is Cam Thomas is never going to be seeing the ball. Get your back to the baseline, seeing ball and man. Like, look at Cam Thomas. You need to be in help here, and you don't know about this because your back's to the ball. How do you know? So that brings help from some play. And then Cornette's wide open. Day'Ron Sharpe should not be getting outworked by Luke Cornette. Throw your entire body in front of him. Use your butt and box him out. Look at this laziness. That's not a box out. Not a box out. The Nets trap and don't rotate properly. Shocking. Mikal Bridges is coming to Drew Holiday. Dennis Schroeder's got to go to the corner. So Ben Simmons has got to be leaving now to go to Derek White. Cam Thomas would go to Al Horford. But Dennis Schroeder's got to leave. And because Ben Simmons is walking over to Derek White, Dennis Schroeder can't leave. So now he's going to be late to get out to Jason Tatum right here. And Cam Thomas is rotating to I don't know where. Cam Thomas is stuck on Al Horford, so we're going to go meet him when he tries to post up. We're going to get low and battle for position. You're waiting for Al Horford to make contact with you, so now you're forced to front the post. But what is Dennis Schroeder doing on this double? Come from over the top. You can't let Al Horford split through. I don't even know what Cam Thomas is doing defensively, but you can't let Al Horford split through and come to the middle of the floor. That's where the Celtics have numbers. I mean, you're just gambling here. This isn't doubling. Pathetic. This is just beyond comprehension. This is get underneath the screener on the switch. You're switching over the top. So if I'm underneath, my feet are set. I'm in a defensive stance. I can help and recover. But you're flying the other way because you were going over the top of the screener. Wide open three. What even is Cam Thomas doing here? Again, you're not trying to get underneath Jason Tatum immediately battling for position. So now you are. Can you just guard now? What even is Cam Thomas doing now? Where were you going? So it's just catch and go. Why?